Hi everyone, this is Richard Kerr from Never Been Told. This is a show about underdogs, creators, builders coming in from Southeast Asia. So today I have my guest, Yang Mulia, Tengku Farith Rithauddeen, who is a very well-known person in the IT industry. And he is the founder of Wiz Asia, and also the co-founder of Skali, which he will talk about it later. Skali is something that I grew up with, the story of how it was one of the pioneers in the IT industry in Malaysia. So Tengku is also the person who's been the driving force of the Malaysia's tech ecosystem since the 1990s. And he was also recognized as one of the 100 global leaders for tomorrow by the World Economic Forum. So from his early days in corporate finance into leading one of the country's most iconic tech ventures, he is now building Wiz Asia, which he will also share that later on. And he will share with us his journey of reinvention, how to be resilient, and of course, having a purpose. Tengku, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Richard.
Yeah. So it's a great pleasure to see you here. And of course, we have met a couple of times already, but I think more importantly, we want to hear your story. So you have done so much over the years, right? So for those who do not know you, how would you introduce yourself?
Well, I'm an underdog.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in that story.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, I feel about what we call destructive innovation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that the status quo should stay.
Right.
I believe in technology, the good things about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what technology can bring in a way negatively,
Yeah.
and which we need to manage. Yeah. So that sums up what I am.
Okay. So very simplified introduction. Now we're going to go back to, say, for example, back in the 90s. Maybe that was when I think at that point in time, the country was moving into the information age.
Yes.
Right? I think you were part of that transition, as we were previously we were in agriculture, we were into manufacturing, and then the leadership of the country back then was looking into how do we move into the information age.
Correct.
And of course, related to that would be Skali. Do you want to share how that came into place when that started?
Well, actually, I was at the age of, I think, 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing around with computers
Wow.
because my cousin was the CEO of Mimos.
Okay. So Mimos was already around back then?
Yeah, Mimos was already around. So he introduced me with all this tech jargon. And then I had older cousins, like, a relative by the name of Fauzi Ali, Magat Mizan.
Mm-hmm.
Fauzi, for example, brought the Apple franchise to Malaysia.
Oh, wow.
And then he was one of the founders of Sapura Advanced Systems.
Mm-hmm.
So the IT arm of the Sapura group. So I was playing around with all their computers at a young age. So I got hooked into it, and they actually gave me all these programming books and so on. And my dad invested in a small computer that he didn't allow me to put it inside my room. He put it in his room, so that he can monitor what I'm doing. But obviously, every time after school, I was playing games. I was trying to develop games, and so on.
What computer was this, by the way?
Apple II Cura Plus.
Wow,
Apple
I don't
II.
even know that.
Yeah, it's like this box.
Okay.
So, but then my dad was IT and computers were good, but it wasn't still the in thing. And my father, being very traditional, he said, "Look, you need to understand how the finance market works."
Mm-hmm.
So I he encouraged me to learn economics and finance.
Okay.
And I mean, my family background was a lot of doing entrepreneurship. and a lot of running business. We come from Kelantan, you know that.
Okay. Yeah.
Kelantanese are
Yeah,
very
they're great
enterprising.
entrepreneurs.
Yeah. So, so he wanted me to understand finance. So he encouraged me to learn economics and finance, and I got attached to an internship in CIMB.
Okay.
And so
Back then was Bank Bumiputera.
yeah, no, that was what called Bumi Merchant, Bank Bumiputera Merchant.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, you know. So so and then they changed the name to CIMB and so on.
Correct.
So everything was changed. I got the job as a executive. You know, my first pay was 1,100 ringgit.
Wow. But
at that time,
it was something back then.
Oh,
right?
that was a lot of money for me. That was a lot of money. So you know, you stay with your parents, and so you don't have any commitment. So anything after that is really yours. And I learned a lot.
Okay.
My direct boss was obviously Tan Sri Nazir Razak. He was head of privatization.
Okay.
So I was involved in privatization, did a lot of CF work, basically advising government how to sell the assets or privatize the assets or list their entities.
Wow.
So it was good exposure to me. And later on, we met a few entrepreneurs, techies, who needed a group of people who will help them financially, financial advisory. So myself and two of my colleagues in CIMB came out from CIMB and actually started Skali together with these tech entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Yeah, so there were 6 founders.
Can I know why the name Skali? How did that come about?
Okay, I mean the official word, the official explanation is that Skali means togetherness.
I see.
So we want to do things together with the
Buat
client.
Skali lah.
Yeah, buat Skali.
Yeah, okay.
But actually, it was the height of X-Files. And we
Skali.
Yeah, we all fans of Agent Skali.
Skali. Okay.
We had a fixation on that. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So we were fanatical X-Files proponents. Yeah. So that's how Skali came out. And I mean, we grew really large. We were the first private sector data center. We were basically the first search engine in Asia. We basically managed Alta Vista search engine.
Alta Vista, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still remember that. That's good.
Alta Vista, yes.
I think after you probably know that one. Can't remember the Alta Vista.
That's right. I still remember those moments.
Yeah. So it's before Yahoo. It's before.
Yes, even before Yahoo,
Google.
even when Microsoft search came in. Okay.
Yes.
Even before Google, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe before Google.
Yeah. Alta Vista.
Yeah. So we managed that, and we developed our own content management system.
Okay.
Because we felt that everything that's being sold by the likes of the Microsoft and Sun Microsystems was exorbitantly expensive. And we said, well, let's develop our own on open source. Then we met another tech entrepreneurs, worked together, did a joint venture, and actually Skali developed that and commercialized it.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. What a journey. What a journey. So, of course, over the years, you have your own success in many areas, but was there ever a moment in time where you actually question yourself, is this the right path? Or you felt completely maybe uncertain about certain things as you were building the company?
Well, I mean, before we started Skali, me and my co-founders was asking, we grew tired of working at the bank.
Yeah.
So and then that was the height of the boom of the stock market. And we saw everybody was like getting rich, right? And we said, why can't we become like that? Why can't we start our own business?
Yeah. Why can't you build something your own, right? Yeah.
And so we thought of it and said, okay, I mean, we can't do property development. It takes a lot of capital, and there's always, the legacy players there. we can't compete. There's manufacturing, we also can't compete. So it's just something new, and you know, the internet came about.
Yeah.
So I don't think we looked back and said that was a wrong decision. That was the way to go.
Yeah.
At that time, you know, Dr. Mahathir was talking about the MSC, Multimedia Super Corridor.
Yes.
And, you know, I was able to go as part of the National Information Technology Council, NITC, to go to US in the Silicon Valley just as a part of the delegation.
Okay. Wow.
So it was great. I mean, it was an eye-opener for me and how things operate. And I remember at that time, there was an exhibition and there's this booth that looked like the facade of a jungle. You know what company was it? Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At that point in time? Wow.
Yeah.
So that was how they...
96, 97?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the inspiration of the name Amazon.
Yes.
Also.
I don't know. I don't know how they're going to ask him. But I was like, what are these people selling? It was like hutan. And then he said books. They were selling books. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, their first product was books, right?
Did you see Bezos back then?
You probably did, but I didn't recognize it.
Probably was bald then.
Yeah, he's still bald. but the thing is that he was probably there, but you know, but it was just a small outfit.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing. And you know, speaking of that, I was in the States for a good 3 months under the Eisenhower Fellowship. I'm an Eisenhower Fellow, and at that time, Facebook was just being launched, and that was 2007. Yeah, that was in 2007.
Okay.
And you know, there was just a hype of Facebook. Everybody was talking about Facebook, but it wasn't really a big thing at that moment in time. I remember going there and actually going, okay, I'll open a Facebook account.
Yeah. I see. So you mentioned you were part of this delegation. What was done during the trips? I know it was actively promoting probably the MSC back then.
Well, I think MSC wasn't established as yet.
Okay, it wasn't.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, it was announced and the groundworks was about to start. But I don't think the MDC and MDAC wasn't formed as yet.
Okay.
And they haven't appointed the CEO as yet. And the first CEO was Tan Sri Othman, Yop,
the late, right?
The late Tan Sri Othman. And we went there to really understand how the ecosystem works between universities, between government, and all these big tech companies. And they were talking about software development. They were talking about, at that time, what called grid computing.
Oh, yeah. I remember those terms.
I mean, it's a precursor to cloud computing, isn't it? So they were talking about that. They were talking about, obviously multimedia and content because the browser came about at that time. Yeah. Right? And, you know.
And websites were ugly back then.
Yes. And it's really, really slow internet speed.
Yeah.
Right? So, so that was the infancy of the internet. And the internet was supposed to promise a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we wanted to understand where the technology coming from, where is it going to go, and how that infrastructure can be in place and be replicated in Malaysia to actually create that catalytic stimulus for the economy.
I see. So what was it like building a tech company before the term startup was actually even used in Malaysia back then?
Well, first of all, getting funding was really tough.
Probably even tougher compared to
now. Yeah. So we're trying something that people didn't really understand.
Yeah.
One of our pitches was actually PUMB.
Okay.
And PUMB was a national government agency that wanted to support entrepreneur companies. And we were the first company that went and said, we want to do this search engine thing. And they said, well, what's that? So we tried to explain that, you know, it's like having a highway and a billboard, and that's how we make money. And then they were like going, highway? We don't understand.
They can't even imagine.
Yeah, they can't imagine.
Right?
So we had to say, look, okay, we're a search engine. People want to find information. They come to this website, and we've got advertising. Okay, fine. But they said, okay, is it making money? How much you sell?
Yeah.
I mean, there were cases where basically we had the support of Alta Vista US in Palo Alto, and they give a lot of good data to support the business case. But it really hit that because at that time was the late Tun Ismail Ali was the chairman of PNB.
Okay.
And he liked cigars.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
So we showcased him. Okay, let's search the best cigars. That time, this was really brand new for people at that time.
Yeah, for most
right?
people, they probably haven't
to
seen
search
it. Yeah.
cigars, just type cigars, all this information came out, and he was like, "Wow, so much information." He was clicking on this and clicking on that, and he said, "Oh, this is really good."
So, yeah.
And then he will ask, "How'd you do this?" Well, we don't need it. Everybody puts the information on the internet. And what this technology does is just indexes like a librarian.
Like library, yeah.
Yeah, like a librarian, and gives out the information and gives a location where the information is located, and it's located on somebody's website. Oh, okay. So then he hit to him that, so what's your cost to have this content in? Zero. Because everybody's putting it anyways for free.
Correct.
Right? Oh, okay. And he said, okay, there's no input cost. And what's your direct cost? Oh, we just have to pay a fee to Alta Vista for every search that is actually is accepted by the system. We have to pay a fee. And basically, we have to pay a fee for the advertising guy. That time, I think it was, I can't remember, I think it was AdSpace or something like that. That was basically offering this kind of services for advertising.
Wow.
That's about it. And obviously administration,
Yeah.
and you need to go out to people and sell this advertising dollars and cents space. Yeah, okay. Then we got the funding.
Wow.
Yeah. They are one of the companies, organizations that exited from PNB and made about 3x from their investment. Yeah.
Wow. So I can imagine how tough it was, but maybe you can also share some of your toughest moments in your journey, especially when building with Asia or even Skali. And some
I think it started with Skali because as soon as the investment came in, the Asian currency crisis came, and all the interest rate went up and everything. So that was tough, managing it. And nobody wanted really invest in advertising. So we got a lot of overheads. We had this infrastructure that we had to buy from digital equipment because Alta Vista was owned by them. And, basically we were burning cash with no revenue. So we had to let go of people, and they had to, they left. We couldn't pay the salaries. But then when things settled down, we're the only one standing. And we saw an opportunity in the data center market because when we had to get ready the Alta Vista search engine, we were required to actually set up this data center with really powerful computers. So when we didn't have people buying our advertising space, we basically sold this data center space. So we start selling data center space up to a level where we couldn't accept any more clients. So that's how we turned around the company.
I see.
And we wanted to build Skali.net, which is a information-centric, Asian-centric information portal. And I remember we went to Microsoft and Sun, and they were saying that, to make a portal, you got to pay us like 7 million ringgit. Wow. I remember creating a website, 7 million ringgit. I said, wow, we don't have that money. Okay, let's make our own. So we found two enterprising entrepreneurs, Magat and Ivan. They said, hey, we can build this content management system for you on PHP. I said, yeah, let's do that. Built it.
So PHP is the coding that you guys
the coding infrastructure. And we did. And we showed everybody it worked. And our first customer was Malaysia Airlines. So we licensed the content management system to Malaysia Airlines. They used it for the first portal. and a few more other companies came about, and we started basically taking certain market share from the typical software companies that were providing this content management systems.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we provided it to the government and so on.
Oh, that's great. I can imagine, like, for many times, because you guys are the pioneers in many things, like especially in IT and tech. And even if you just mentioned just now, being the pioneer of data center, which is currently a topic of its own, because a lot of tech booms that are related to data centers today. So I guess as you guys are building of new things back then, right? I'm sure there's a lot of pushbacks and doubts from people. So how do you overcome those?
I just ignore them.
Ignore them.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I mean, coming from a finance background, I mean, two of my colleagues were very strong financial people. It's like, okay, it's hard to say no to argue them until you just prove that it's done, it is able to be done.
Yep.
And we were able to do it. And then when we saw the cash flow and everybody going, okay, can we invest in you? Can we invest in you? So the naysayers basically will be there. If you're grounded and you know where your vision is, you understand financial structure of your company, you know basically your fundamental cost, there's that value that you can create, and that value is actually represents in your profit. And do that. Okay, I mean, you have a lot of tech startups today, and and I see this, like, they're chasing for valuations and valuations and valuations. And you go to the VC and a private investor, equity investor, and they say, okay, tell me your statistics. What's your business model? And they will say, okay, I want this valuation and so on. And the valuation, and then they will ask the question is that, okay, what's behind the valuation? Who's your revenue? What's your cost structure and so on? Then they're chasing for customers after that. And when you chase for the customers, there are some good customers and some bad customers.
Yes, of course.
Okay? There are some customers that you will lose money. But you need to understand how long can you lose that money. Lose money on that customer.
Right.
Okay? Maybe you are building something new out of that customer. You can spin out and productize what you're building with that customer and basically sell it again to more customers. So your system of building a company must be scalable, meaning that scalability means, okay, I know everybody say, oh, I understand what scalability is. But scalability means that if you put one input, you can come out with two output. But the next level is that you put one, you come out with 4 and 5 and so on. So that is scalability. Okay? You don't want one input, two output all the time. That's not scaling.
You want sort of like that hockey stick, right?
Correct. And then it's got to be repeatable. Meaning that you need to come out with a service that you keep on repeating again and again the same product and service. Okay, if you notice, right, the best companies in the world, 80% of their revenue comes from only 1 or 2 products. Betul?
Yep.
Okay?
That's true.
If you go to McDonald's, what do they sell? Big Mac.
Big Mac, yeah.
Yeah, you use that quarter pounder.
Yeah.
Right, I think Big Mac is the biggest seller. Right? Sometimes you have that prosperity burger and so on, but that's just a small spike for them. I mean, if you go to, I don't know, what's your favorite restaurant?
Too many to say.
Okay, but anyone. I mean, if you go to, I like.
Yeah, maybe yours.
I mean, there's a restaurant that I told you in Kelantan where I come from, like Chicken Chop.
Chicken Chop.
Yeah, everybody goes there for Chicken Chop. I mean, they've got other things there, but 90% of their revenue is the Chicken Chop.
Chicken Chop, yeah.
So, is that making it repeatable of that product? Yes, you can have that secondary product that supports that, that has a higher margin, but this is the main product that is your bread and butter. Okay? So that's got to be repeatable all the time. You can't have a customer with you, I'm selling to Richard something, okay, and I'm selling to another person, Ali, something, but I have to customize everything.
Yes.
That's not going to be, your cost is going to go up. You cannot scale, you cannot repeat. And obviously, the last thing is got to be profitable. Lah.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I sell to you, it's got to make money.
True.
If it's not going to make money, every time I sell to another Richard, I'm going to lose money.
That's true. That's true.
So the question the investor is going to ask, Farith, sampai bila you nak habis duit ni?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Where's the light at the end of the tunnel?
Mm.
Yes, we will have a certain negative episode, but you need to see when that is what we call that turning point.
That breakthrough, lah,
That
basically.
breakthrough
Yes.
that you will swim at.
Okay.
So that's where West Asia is. We're building something really different.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem we want to solve, here's the problem. Okay, the problem we want to solve is what I learned inside Skali.
In where? Sorry.
Inside Skali.
In Skali. Okay. That's
Yeah.
good.
Okay, Skali was a big company.
At the height of Skali, how many people did you have?
800 people.
800. Wow. Where were you guys based before?
Sorry?
Where was it based before?
Okay, it started in UPM, University Putra Malaysia.
Okay. Okay.
Because it was the cheapest place for us to rent.
Yeah.
It was an incubation center.
Incubator, right?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Until they kick us out and said, you're beyond incubation.
Okay.
Yeah. But we built our data center there, right?
I see.
So Skali was big. It was getting big projects right one after another. But it lived on projects. It didn't really have a product. So I remember I talked to you about the data center.
Yep.
Yes, it had that product. That was the bread and butter. That it would give us a steady stream. But when the projects, more and more projects came about, it became a bigger revenue contribution.
Yeah.
So that contributed to about 60 or 60% of our revenue. But we weren't able to repeat every project the same.
I see. There's no scalability in a sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the platform that we built, that was the same platform that for Skali, the portal Skali.net, it was, well, I mean, we didn't really build the R&D behind it.
Okay.
It was content management system. But we wanted the content management system to become an HR human resource system. We wanted it to become an accounting system.
Okay.
We wanted to be anything, but it wasn't meant that. So every time we had to build something, we had to really customize it. And it was tough. And, it wasn't repeatable. So in a way, we didn't have an operational system that we were able to basically produce something that can scale and can repeat.
Yeah.
And that was the failure. So we didn't have that system behind. I'm not talking about IT system. I'm talking about an operational system. And when one project after another came about, and when we were reaching a certain level that it became not efficient, we were stumbling over each other. Right? We were being efficient, not efficient, miscommunication, over-promising the project with our clients. And obviously, clients also had their issues, right? Change in management, change in politics, and so on. So things started snowballing, and we had a problem after another problem.
Yeah.
And we said, wait, this is not going to go nicely. And basically, we had to decide to shut it down. Now, the thing is that looking back, and I said, look, how would I do it differently with West Asia?
Yeah.
And I would say, look, I need to have this strong operational base that any organization is the same. You have marketing.
Yes.
The job is to get potential customers.
Yes.
Right? And the job of the salesperson is to get from marketing a possible leads so that they can become customers.
Yes.
Right? And from the customers, pass it to the operations or implementation to deliver the product.
Yes.
And after the product is actually to support and make sure the customer sustains and be with you or purchase new things, right? And making sure the customer is happy after they purchase. And then you have, obviously, two key resources. A third, which is the IT part, but human
resource.
and Funding, financing. You got to manage that properly. So these are the critical things. Now, all these things got to work together. And I noticed a lot of companies don't have this. And surprisingly, listed companies also are disjointed. So they're not having a seamless integrated system. Right? Let's take for example, okay? I met a large F&B company, and I asked, they were asking, okay, you know, he had this problem. He said, Tengku, it's a headache for me between Raya and Kong Hei Fat Choi, New Year. We have events that we invite people to have, you know, Hari Raya open house. Kata letih nak cari contact database, hantar information. It's all scattered to my, you know, Sabah office, Sarawak office, Kelantan office, Johor office. Have to amalgamate the people and so on. And I said, what's the problem? I mean, don't you have a database? I don't think we have a database. It's on an Excel sheet. Okay. And also on my phone. They got the database is here.
Very
look,
typical.
Look, it's like 3,000 contacts in the database.
My WhatsApp.
It's my WhatsApp. And I said, Dato', you have to manage this. You have to centralize. Just imagine when anything happened to you. Okay?
That's right.
How are you going to get the database of the contacts? Or is your salesperson leave? Your main person leave? How is it going to happen? Okay? That's gone. You need to centralize this database. So the thing is that even your information about your customers, your vendors, your shareholders, right, your employees are all scattered in one place. And this is the critical resource to any organization, people, right? And it's not in a system. How do you operate, right? So if a person wants to sell something, if a company wants to sell something, it has to run around aimlessly at all the various departments getting all this information, right? Now that's just selling, trying to market your product. So now selling, right? And I've seen organizations go to the factory and I say, so okay, what's your problem? So first I meet the salespeople. Salespeople complain. These factory people don't know what they're selling. They are producing something we're not selling.
Can't sell,
I'm selling A, they go and produce B. I say, okay, fine. Okay, I go to the factory people and say, these salespeople, they shout sendiri, cukup jual apa they want to jual lah. Tengok-tengok benda kita kan belum produce lagi. Lepas tu dia promise nak hantar besok. So I asked, hey, how come you not talking to your factory people what is available? Yeah, I do. They give me an Excel sheet, but like by the time I get it on Thursday, it's like the stock of like Monday. Oh, okay. Excel sheet, right? Yeah, Excel sheet. Okay, that's why. Okay. So, and then you go to the manufacturing people and I tell them, yeah, they complaining that, you know, the information you give basi lah, boss. Yeah.
11. Okay.
So this is the thing, when you're not sitting and you're not having that single source of truth, you're not knowing what you're knowing. And the first thing, you do not know what you do not know. And this is the problem. And in an organization, this has got to be seamless.
That's true.
And if you're running on Excel sheets and you're running on different systems, you're basically assuming different things. And finance is running their own accounting system, right? The salespeople are selling, giving discounts, are basically losing money. And the finance says, no, this is not your cost.
Understand? But Tengku, I'm gonna interject a little bit because we want to deep dive on some of the stories, right? Because you actually address something about solving problems, and a lot of people and organizations today, they struggle with that. How would you advise people if they want to build something, solve a problem? Because a lot of people say, hey, I want to start a business because I feel it's cool. So how would you cultivate that mindset or advise somebody who wants to start a business and while solving a big problem? How would you tell that person?
Well, sometimes I mean, I do respect certain people. I mean, when we first started, Skali, that wasn't a problem to be solved, right? There was a vision.
Because it was basically it's a blank canvas back then,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. So think about it. But then they said, hey, that was an opportunity driven. It wasn't a problem solving enterprise. And sometimes that opportunity is there, but you need to validate this. I can see a customer. I can see an entrepreneur say, I want to do this. It comes to me sometimes. They say, okay, will people need this? But fine. I mean, I can be wrong, right? Test it out, right? Start something small. Test it out where it goes. But it can be you're right. It can be that drastically you were wrong.
If you're wrong, you learn
But
something.
yeah, you learn something.
Yeah.
At least you don't lose millions. You probably lose a few $1,000s.
Yeah.
And that's probably your dad's money also, right? But you learn something. And maybe you can improve on that.
Yeah.
And go to the next level. But you're right. The majority of business is to solve a problem. And you need to basically, it's about design thinking, really.
Yeah.
Coming out to the crust. Why is this an issue? What is the problem?
Correct.
Like, for example, for us, we want to solve the problem of why people are not having an integrated system. In IT terms, it's an ERP system, right? And we know the reason one is that it's costly. Number two, they don't have the technical people to support it. And number three, the change management to just doing something manual that's not efficient to something new that's more efficient is a leap of faith. And you need to reduce that barrier.
Okay.
So that's what we are doing right now.
Okay.
Okay, we're using AI to do that.
So in a sense, of course, when you started way back in the 90s, how would you define success compared to what you imagined before and today?
How do I define success?
Yeah. Or how it has evolved throughout the years. Maybe you have different perceptions back then. Maybe you had different kind of mindset.
A success for me or success for the customer?
For you.
Well, success for me is that when a friend of mine goes, you're still around.
Around as in still alive.
You're still doing something with it. Because Skali, during the Asian currency crisis was going through a tough time. And people knew that we couldn't pay salaries and so on. And when we were still the last one standing, and then the business came to us, people came out, wow, it's good that you guys stuck to it. Because if you didn't stuck it, I don't know what company is available for us to get our services from.
Yeah.
And they were our hosting partners. And it was a friend of mine said, well, I thought you actually went bankrupt or something like that, right? But now that was success. I mean, I'm not making hundreds of millions of dollars, but that satisfaction to say that I was able to be there for him, for his organization, and I was able to provide the service that was
what they need,
value added that he needs, and it's profitable to me and it's value to him.
So I guess that is truly about being resilient. Is about, right?
Yeah, you got to keep on doing it. You don't expect to be perfect first time.
Yeah.
Probably not the second or the third time. But inshallah, for the fourth time, maybe better. But you got to keep on trying to do it, keep on improving all the time, and ask the question, hey, can I do this better? Right? And that's what is the entrepreneur mindset.
Yeah.
You can't stop being complacent.
True.
You need to actually move it.
You can't be comfortable.
Can't
be comfortable.
You can't be comfortable.
What do you think is the most underrated skill for Malaysian founders today?
Underrated skill?
For Malaysian founders, which you believe it's needed and also underrated? Because you have seen it. You have decades of experience building companies. For sure, there's something. When I was
it just relates to back having that operational system, and people always chase for customers.
Yeah.
And we see a lot of entrepreneurs, they are successful when they get 100,000 ringgit, but when they get to 700,000 ringgit, it flops, right? And because they don't have that operational system behind them for them to scale. And I remember my dad or my mom was always complaining. At that time, when I was growing up, Malaysia Airlines was terrible. I mean, MAS, right? So the joke was that MAS stands for Mana Ada System.
Okay.
And my parents would say, delay, Mana Ada System, MAS. So I was thinking, what do they mean, right? What do they mean? Until I went to management school and understand, that's what I mean. Okay. You need this to understand. And a lot of founders, they come in, I got a good idea. Yeah, you've got 5 customers, 10 customers, 20 customers, all very good at that. But then when you get 100 customers, you can see breakages. People miscommunicate, your service delivery is very bad, your support, your quality goes down.
Yeah.
That's the flaw. You must build a system that can scale at the start, right? That means the operational processes.
Yeah.
I mean, even the basic thing like job description, okay, policies about promotions.
Yeah.
This is all missing to many founders. And then when you get this new staff that come in, okay lah, I want to hire Richard lah. He's excellent, right? Happens to me. I can meet somebody say, I think I want to hire
I see.
that person, right? But then don't have a process to actually vet through, check everything properly and hire the person, then became a problem.
Then became
that is that. And they don't, like I've seen even basic things they're selling or between agreements, no agreement.
Yeah.
Simple letter only. Then suddenly can tipu. The person take your product, everything, said, no, it's not. It's written in the agreement. I can do whatever I want. And the entrepreneur loses out. So these are the basic things, the fundamentals that are missing. Okay, you learn this in school. Sometimes you don't go to school, right? And yeah, I mean, sometimes the entrepreneurs, they are not in the, they don't attend this type of courses.
No,
Maybe they're from the technical side. But you can learn.
Yeah.
Or you can get advice from people who knows this.
Who have done it also.
Who done it. And this is where we need help. A lot of the founders. I mean, AI is going to help a lot.
Yeah.
Take for example, I mean, an ACCA accountant, average cost about 6,000, 7,000 ringgit a month.
Yeah.
So no entrepreneur really can start, can pay that kind of salary, right? But with an AI, you can build an ACCA compliant AI, right? And you can basically use that.
True.
And get advice on it. You can get a lawyer to advise you on agreements and so on. So these are the things that will really assist.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that operational system has got to be in place.
I always believe in the importance of system because it's the only way to help you scale. Because I think a lot of entrepreneurs today or business founders, they find it hard to let go some things, right?
Yeah.
Especially when they have started the business. They know they're really good at this and sometimes they feel reluctant to let other people do it because they did not build systems around it.
Correct.
Right? So I think that's actually very good advice.
And then you're right.
Yeah.
You want to build an organization that you can actually take 2 months off in a year and disappear and the company doesn't go bust.
Yeah.
Because
that is a dream, actually.
Exactly right? Yeah, it's all our dreams so that we can have a proper holiday.
Yeah, exactly. So now, okay, so I have one last question for you. So because with all your decades of experiences, especially building a tech company, what do you want the next generation of builders or technopreneurs to learn from your story? There must be something that you want to share with them.
I think, wow, that's a good question.
Yeah.
All the sweat and tears that we've gone through, right? I think what's the most important lesson that you need to know is that nothing can last.
Nothing can last. Good one. I'm going to elaborate on that later. Please continue.
Yeah, nothing can last. I thought Skali can last. Even I got passwords saying, Skali. Look back, wow, I really thought it can last. Well, we wanted to build something that lasts, right? That's our dream. But you need to understand that mistakes happen, failures happen.
Yes.
And what's more important is how you recover from the failures.
And take them as lessons.
Yes. And I learned a lot from how I start this company with Asia to what I've learned in Skali.
Yeah.
And not to repeat it again. And this is that important lesson. So if you're an entrepreneur, that's why I say, expect failure.
It will happen.
Yeah. A lot of people can't handle failure. So I see some of my friends who started, and after they failed, they started working corporate. In corporate, they started working in the government.
Yeah.
But I see them, version 1 and version 2, they lost their drive. They lost their vision. Right? And I see some who are still going on about despite all the failures and their attempts, and they still got that drive. And that's amazing. Right? So it's not about how much money you have in the bank, whether you're the completely listed or not.
Yep.
I think as an entrepreneur is really about that story that I said, that I was able to provide something valuable for somebody.
Yeah.
Right? And
that itself is a very powerful, I would say, powerful marketing, right? Yeah.
Yes, it is. But it's not about marketing.
I mean, in a sense that you're able to help somebody and affecting that person internally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I remember our first customer was EPF in Skali.
Yeah.
And, the late Tan Sri Azrul, I
think so.
Asno. Asno came to us and said, we'll award you the project, but we only pay one sum after it's successful. That was going wow. And then I said, oh my God, how are we going to finance this project? And the cost was about, 2 million. My price was 4 million to him. But then the next guy, IBM, quoted him 12 million. Wow. And here comes this company, Skali, said, I'll do it for 4 million for you. And then we said, okay, sure, these people can do it. So that's why he came to us and said, I'll do it, but I only pay if it's successful. If it's not successful, sorry.
Wow, that's a huge risk, man.
So it's a risk.
Yeah.
But we did it. And what you see in my EPF, version 1.0 was us.
And I totally admire EPF system today. I think it probably, because you guys were one of the pioneers to bring it in, and today how they evolved to become something really, really great.
Yeah, so I was using it, and my wife was going, how do you do this? I was telling her how to do it, and then it's like, hey, you know what? We started this.
Yeah, wow.
We started this. And then we went to Malaysia Debt Ventures for financing. It was the only one that was who believed in us.
Like that.
Went to the bank. They said, can I have 1 million? I need to do this project. Yeah, give me 1 million, I'll give you 1 million. That was the bank. Because we didn't have assets to collateralize. Right? I went to my mom and said, "Can I borrow you 1 million?" No way. Yeah. So the thing is that, that was that's it. That's success.
Okay.
And you did something that was really
Great. All right. So so that was the story of Tengku with his amazing experience building a company from scratch and making it last for as long as possible. I hope this conversation actually helps you to think about building a long-term leadership in a company. And sometimes it's not just for the wins, but also staying true to your values and giving a lot of values to your customers, especially. Tengku, it's a great pleasure to talk with you, and amazing story that you have shared. Hopefully that would give some insights to future entrepreneurs, tech entrepreneurs here in Malaysia, to see how you were able to build something and something as last as your new product today, which is with Asia.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Thank you very much. It's been an honor to be here.
I'll see you again in the next show, hopefully.
Yes, please.
That was Never Been Sold. So we'll see you in the next episode.